But let's start with Todd Gurley here and what he's going to be bringing in his new home, the Atlanta Falcons. Now, once he got released, which was shocking enough, but you looked at the huge cap hit that he was going to come with, it makes sense that they ultimately could not commit to this guy for too much longer, Todd Gurley. And then once he got cut, it was like, where is he going to go? There's really only 2 to 3 spots that I would have loved to see him go to. One of them was the Bucs. They still have that huge vacancy, but the other was the Falcons because they had the 5th most vacated volume of any team in terms of just sheer carries, 190, well over half of the total from last year. Opened up because Devonta Freeman is now gone, but even more so, and especially for Gurley's game, they have the most targets available in the NFL, 261 vacated looks. We're going to dig more into that with Calvin Ridley in a little bit, but that's ridiculous with Austin Hooper and Devonta Freeman vacating 167 total between just them. That's that intermediate range of the field where we know Gurley does some of his best damage. So ultimately the volume is going to be there. The contract I love here too, a 1-year prove it $5 million rental style deal tells you they're not going to be afraid to ride this horse into the ground. They're really going to give it to Gurley. Unlike when if he had stayed in LA, they're conservative. They're preserving him to try to get him to maximize that long, stupid contract they signed. Here it's just a rental. Let's get the most we can out of this horse, slap him on the ass as many times as we can, and feed him up the gut into the passing game, everything possible. So there's tons of volume there. There's no incentive to not give it all to Gurley. Who are they going to give it to? Brian Hill, Quadri Olson, Ito Smith. Like, who the fuck are these creatures? Like, let's be real here. There's nothing decent on this roster outside of Todd Gurley. There's tons of volume to him, and he was running behind the 3rd worst, according to Pro Football Focus, line last year. And obviously that had a huge impact on him. He was behind the 6th best the 2 years before they lose Saffold and 2 of their other starters, and it was just brick wall after brick wall. The guy could not shake free. This line, not incredible. They were right around 20th in Pro Football Focus's ratings, but they are all first rounders here. Maybe it's like the Titans where they took a year to gel. They all come through. This isn't without negatives, though. It's not like Gurley's in this perfect world here in Atlanta. Won the scheme. Dirk Koetter, very pass happy. The most attempts in the league last year, and that's been the story for the decade with the Bucs, with the Falcons before here. The last time we saw a run-heavy offense with Dirk Koetter was with the Jags. That was 2011, nearly a decade ago. And that was the last time he really had a relevant running back outside of a random Doug Martin 2005, I think it was, something ridiculous. He busted out for 1,500 yards or something crazy. So we haven't had a good running back under Koetter. Very pass-happy guy. More concerning, though, as you all know with Todd Gurley, is the health. The knee, the arthritic knee here, which could just plague him all season. It clearly limited him last year. In his 19 last games since injuring that knee in 2018, he only has one 100-yard game in that span. He has career lows last year in carries, 223, yards, 857, yards per attempt, under 4 for the first time since Jeff Fisher, 3.8. 1,064 rush total yards from scrimmage, just a far cry from the 2,000-yard guy we had become used to. But he's still a touchdown beast. He's running behind a better offensive line. There's tons of volume here available for the guy. I ultimately probably won't own Gurley in a ton of leagues because there's so many exciting young runners, healthy guys, Miles Sanders, Devin Singletary, that have that same upside. But still, Gurley has that huge touchdown upside. The offense is explosive. Don't be shocked. I'm going to pass on him. He might make me regret it in the best situation he's been in quite some time. Fantasy Wolf, if you haven't already, share your thoughts, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolf Pack by subscribing below.